Welcome back, everybody, to the playoffs. Vancouver taking on Houston here in Game 5 on the road at the Toyota Center. Drummond's first shot up and blocked by Miles Turner. Then Jabari Smith, after a Vancouver miss, throws it right to Wellington. And then on the other end, he finds Anderson for a corner three to give us our first points of the game. Jalen Green, though, for the Rockets, pulls up and knocks it down to tie things up at 3 apiece. Then Anderson misses this one. He was off to a 1-for-7 start. Pretty much all those shots coming from downtown. And we really got off to a really slow start as a team, too. Our first 6 points came from Anderson from deep. Dosunmu adds 3 more here, but just 10 points with under 3 to go in the first quarter. And as that finally takes the ball inside and scores for our first non-free throw or non-three-pointer point. And he does cap off that three-point play. Rivers knocking down a tough jumper here. But by the end of the first quarter, we're down 28-17. One of our slowest starts to a game this season. To start the second, we feed a Zet down low again. And right now, scoring at the rim is working. Shooting from any spot besides at the rim is not. So getting to the bucket is key. But Herb Jones wants to pull up from deep, and he does knock it down. But again, we have barely scored this quarter either. Zet gets involved again here, and he wouldn't be done. This play was one of his best highlights of the entire year. And he wasn't done yet as he pulls the trigger from deep and knocks it down to cut the game down to 8. Anderson gets the ball and scores. Now it's 6. Now it's back to 8, but Anderson puts it back to 6 again. And then he misses this one at the rim, gets his own offensive board, goes up again, and it's down to 4, 47-43. But Kyrie in the corner for a 3, knocking it down. Under 2 to go until halftime. It's back to 9. Last shot of the half, Kyrie knocking it down from the charity stripe, and we are down 49-60 at halftime of Game 5. The winner of this series goes up 3-2, and we really don't want to be in that position, but Jalen Green and Houston really want to win this game and send us home. Wellington off to a 1-for-7 start, but Turner does get a steal and scores our first points of the third quarter. Then Kyrie somehow gets the bucket plus the foul on Herb Jones. I thought it was some good defense, but apparently not. And the free throw was up and good. Houston leads by 19 points. Ray Harris makes it 21 here. Anderson gets fed the ball down low. The assist goes to Wellington, and that play did work for a couple of different players throughout the entire game. After we missed a couple of threes, we went to it, and it worked wonders for us. But Houston just kept on piling on the points. And after this point, we showed no signs of life on either side of the ball, and we lose 133-97. An embarrassing Game 5 performance. The offense was terrible in the first half. The defense was bad throughout, and this was a disaster of a game, and we have to win 2 in a row to win this series now. Kyrie drops 32 and 7 on 13 for 24 shooting. Jalen Green had a double-double. Ray Harris, 19 points. Jabari Smith, a double-double. And it ends up being 37 for Anderson, and he ends up actually shooting very, very well, except from 3, where he was just 3 for 16. But aside from the three-pointers, he shot the ball extremely well, going 15 for 31 by the end of the game. But to be honest, the misses that we had in that first half put us into a hole at halftime, and the same thing happened in the third and fourth quarters too. We had a lot of misses on open shots that usually are going to go in at a decent rate for us, and today it did not happen. Anderson's numbers look pretty decent, but to be honest, until the second half, he did not do that much because he took so many shots, and we ended up shooting just 42% as a team, and the Rockets just completely destroyed us shooting-wise. They shot 57%. The defense was a mess in this game. The offense, I'm not upset about only because we had a lot of open shots, and usually they're going to go in more often than they won't for us. And today, it was the exact opposite. So I think it was a rare case of not knocking down the open shots, and the defense also playing poorly on the other end of things. But we get blown out, and the Rockets now lead the series 3-2. Meanwhile, across the rest of the league, the Pacers take down the Cavaliers, and they are the first team to punch their ticket into the conference championship round. Orlando leads Charlotte 3-2, and the Thunder and Pelicans are tied at 3 games apiece heading into Game 7. For our game, I will not make a single change. I really do think that last game was kind of a fluke. I think that we probably still lose if we shoot well, but I still do think that this lineup is our best bet, and we're going to stick with this. Well, all right, folks, here we go. We're back in Vancouver. Houston leads the series 3-2, and if we don't win this game, our playoff run and our entire season are both over. Wellington, open 3 to open the game, off the mark. Harris hands off to Jalen Green. Shot clock winding down. Green off the screen, fires, mid-range jumper, off the mark. We got a mismatch down low for Miles Turner against Kyrie Irving, and Miles Turner opens the scoring here in Game 6. Green with the ball, finds Drummond as he got around Turner. That's the first bucket for the Rockets. Turner with it again, going out to Rivers for an open 3. That one is off, and Anderson can't get to the board. On the other end, Kyrie open shot off the feed from Green, can't knock it down. Then, on our end, Anderson at the leaf, pulling up, but missing. Green working on Wellington, takes it inside, blocked by Turner on the floater attempt. Herb Jones out to Anderson, guarded by Harris. He takes the screen from Turner, fires the open mid-range jumper, and that one's off too. Jalen Green just, I think, broke the ankles of Miles Turner. He sailed out of bounds, like cartoonishly, and we're down 4-2. Anderson will fire, and he draws the first foul on Houston. It goes against Andre Drummond. That'll put him at the charity stripe. First free throw up and good. And Anderson knocks down both. Kyrie off the screen from Smith. Pulls the trigger. That shot drops. Wellington off the feed from Jones. Launches a 3, but misfires. And Drummond gets to it again. Ray Harris finds the cut by Jabari Smith on the other end. And Houston is up by 4. Rivers, mid-range jumper, airballed it. Ow. On the other end, Harris a quick 3. It's good. Houston up 11-4. Screen from Turner. Anderson launches a 3. This time it drops. Our second field goal of the game so far. Kyrie off the screen from Smith. Goes back to him. He goes back out to Drummond, but he's not a shooter, so the offense has to reset. Kyrie, top of the key, screen from Drummond and Smith. He fires between them and missed the shot. Turner out to Anderson. He'll pull again, and that one's good too. 1-point game. Kyrie got Herb Jones in the air, then goes to Green. He pulls up from deep, and that one's off too. Good defense by Wellington right there. Got a hand up in his face. Rivers goes to Anderson. He'll shoot again, and that one's good too. 3 in a row for Anderson, and that puts Vancouver in front. And then Kyrie cuts and scores at the rim. We're tied. Well, Jalen Green fell over. Anderson has some space, but his 4th shot in a row is off this time. Kyrie, a mid-range jumper. No, a three. That one's good. And Houston's back in front. Wellington to Anderson. We keep going to him. And he can't knock this one down, though. Smith over Wellington. Missed the shot. That's a pretty bad miss right there. Had a huge mismatch. Rivers working against Harris. I just don't know why. He just lost the ball. He jarred the ball loose. Then he pulls up for three, and Harris knocks it down. 8-0 run by Houston. They lead by 6 now with 5 to go here in this first quarter. Anderson for three again and rattles out. We jump ahead to the second quarter, and we are in while Jabari Smith has 3 free throws. So that's cool, but Vancouver is in front. We have been the better team here in the quarter so far, outscoring them 10-5, and that one makes it 10-6. But Vancouver in front 36-34, 7.5 to go until halftime. Sumu to Anderson. He takes the screen from Rivers, fires at the leaf, and knocks it down. Screen from Bamba. Kyrie fires. It's blocked by Miles Turner. Great job to wedge himself between Kyrie and Bamba and to block the shot, too. Fantastic stuff. He's had 2.9 blocks per game so far in these playoffs, which is 0.4 higher than his regular season metrics. Sumu for three, hitting back iron. Bamba, top of the key for three. It's good. Anderson with the ball, taking a baseline, pump faking, finding Turner at the rim. He goes back out, though. Thought he could have fired that one off. Sumu will do it from deep, and it's off, too. And then Bellamy, baseline cut. Kyrie, great pass, and the dunk is through. And Houston is back ahead by 1. Sumu wants to take it himself. He's guarded by Bellamy until he goes back out to Anderson. Screen from Rivers. Anderson, the mid-range shot. Thought he was hit in the leg by Kyrie, but apparently not. And he is just a 4 for 13 from the field so far. That's got to change. Kyrie, back out to Smith. Open shot, top of the key, missed it. Who can step up for this Vancouver offense right now? Anderson, a deep three, can't cash it in. Bellamy time counting down, has to pull up, and the shot hits back iron. Good defense there by the entire Woodsman team. The Woodsmen need something for the offense to take a hold of and get a new offensive run started, but Desumu's not off to a good start here in this one either. We got to get him going, got to get Anderson going. Kyrie misses that one. Good defense again by the Woodsmen. We got a mismatch down low for Turner. We find it. Turner hop steps and fires a mid-range jumper for some reason. He can't just back him down. Smith finds the cut by Kyrie, and Jones just missed the block. And Houston leads by 3. We have not scored a field goal in a couple of minutes now. So Jalen Smith has checked in for Vancouver. He has not done much this series, but he hasn't really played that much either. Sumu missing once again from downtown. And I want to look to somebody else besides Anderson or Sumu for these open looks, because neither of them are knocking the shots down right now. Ray Harris working against Dezette. Gets by him and scores through some contact. And the Houston run continues. Dezette to Anderson, guarded by Ray Harris closely. Screen from Turner. Anderson pulls up and knocks it down from the elbow. Serving the screen. Bellamy the shot from downtown. It's good. Anderson with it, going out to Zet. Open shot, top of the key, but he can't knock it down. It hits back iron. Harris takes it inside, fires over Turner, missed the shot. Good stop again. Sumu out to Zet. He will pull the trigger again from deep. And it's just not falling for us right now. We got to find some easier shots here. Harris in the paint. Can't finish through contact this time. Sunmu, baseline drive, gets around Bellamy, but missed the reverse. How? Bellamy off the screen from Servin. Finds Murphy in the corner for a three. That one drops. Houston increases their lead to 9 with just over 1 minute to go until the break. Azets. Third time's the charm. Is a foul. And it's going to be on Eason. So 3 free throws for Azet. First one up and good. Number 2, good as well. And Azet goes 3 for 3. Nice work. Green checks back in for Houston and knocks down a 3 immediately. We've shot 26% from 3 so far. They've shot 44%, and both teams have taken at least 23s each. So we have a lot of things to work on between now and the third quarter as Anderson cashes in from deep for the first time in several minutes. 52-46 is your current score. Vancouver could use a stop and a bucket prior to halftime to cut the gap. Harris goes to Green in the paint against Wellington. He steps back, fires, and knocks it down. Vancouver has the final shot of this first half. Wellington finds the cut by Turner. He has a bucket. And the first half ends with Houston in front by 6, 54-48. And the Jabberwockies have once again returned. Well, folks, start of the third quarter. Houston has the ball, up by 6. And, of course, a bucket plus a foul to start things off for the Rockets. That one goes against Rivers. Smith hits the free throw. We're down by 9. Turner to Anderson. He won't pull up here. He'll take this screen. And then time winding down, he'll fire a close-range shot, which eventually falls. Nice work. 20 points for him, 7 for 17 from the field. So not terrible, but definitely want to get some better shots up for him. Jalen Green for 3. Open look. Missed it, though. The 3 ball for Anderson. Hits back Geyer. Not a good look there. A lot of movement here from Houston. Kyrie takes the screen. Nobody steps up, and he hands off to Smith. Both guys had a wide open look. The lob for Anderson is there. Great feed from Byron Wellington. But the Woodsmen have only shot 37%. Another just bad shooting day. And we have to shoot a lot better here in this half if we're going to force a Game 7. Green hands off to Smith. Back out to Harris. He passed up a wide open shot. Green has it, though. Screen from Drummond. He goes back to him. He somehow gets the ball, and his shot is off the mark. Turner to Rivers. He pulls up, and the shot is off. We have seen pretty much no offense here from Rivers. I don't think he's even made a shot yet. Smith finds Green on the baseline. Wellington too slow to catch up to him. Rivers goes to Jones. Screen from Turner. Herb, no, he goes to Turner out of a shot, and it was a great pass, too. Kyrie fakes out Jones, fires and missed the shot, and Turner gets the board. Now a chance for us to close the gap. Anderson, a deep 3, left it short. Not sure what the thought process was behind that shot. Kyrie for 3. It's good. The assist goes to Green. We're back down by 10, of course. After a Vancouver timeout, what do we draw up here? We got Rivers outside with it against Smith. He goes to Herb Jones. He goes to Anderson. Shot clock's winding down. Screen from Turner. Anderson, wide open jumper, knocks it down. The crowd is getting loud, trying to will our team to a win, but Green has a wide open three. He missed it, and we do get the rebound. Wellington steps back, pulls the trigger, and Turner has to tip it back in, but we get points either way. That cuts the Houston lead down to 6. Jalen Green, guarded by Wellington. Anderson pokes the ball out and has a steal. Wellington drives against Drummond, fires, and somehow scores. Had a mammoth guarding him, and he somehow puts it in. We have shot a lot better here this quarter. 4-point game now. Smith against Rivers, throws up a shot, hits back iron. Wellington back out to Anderson, wide open three. He left it short. You gotta hit that, man. On the other end, Kyrie blows by Anderson, steps back, and hits the shot. Herb Jones gets the pass from Anderson, won't fire a three. Instead goes to Wellington, who goes to Turner. Nice pass. Kyrie, ISO mode against Herb Jones. Nobody can guard him on this team. Seriously, man. This same move works every time. Under 6 to play here in this third quarter. Jones back out to Wellington. Open three. We got to start hitting these open looks, man. Rivers gets the board and puts it in. That might be his first bucket of the entire game, but it was a pretty important one as Houston calls timeout up by 4. Kyrie has a wide open look from deep. He knocks it down out of the Houston timeout. Can we just get a couple of stops on him? Wellington for three. That one drops this time. Way to answer back. Green goes to Kyrie. He's got Isumu guarding him. Bomb of the screen. Irving out of a shot, and Wellington reads it and gets the steal. Jumped in front of the pass for Bamba. Fantastic stuff. We need more of that on the defensive end. Isumu can't cash in from deep, and a foul is called on Rivers too. We gotta hit these threes, man. They gotta start going in. Green drives, can't lay it in because he was fouled by a Wellington. First free throw is up and good. And Jalen Green goes 2 for 2. We jump ahead. 8:23 left in the fourth quarter. Vancouver has the ball, losing by 8 points, 91-99. Wellington for three, can't change our fortunes here. And Houston now has the ball. The chance to go up by 10 points or more. Vancouver, obviously down 3-2 here in the series, on the brink of being out of the playoffs against the 1-seed Rockets. Can we make a run to end the game and steal one at home? Drummond says, not yet. And we're down by 10. Turner with the ball. Over to Anderson for three. That one is off, but Wellington gets the board. Vancouver has a second chance. Rivers can't knock it down. We got to hit these shots. We have taken way more shots than they have, and we've made less too, which is a really bad sign. Now a mismatch down low, Drummond against Herb Jones, and he does score. Despite us shooting 18% better in the second half, they've shot better as well. In fact, better than we have this half. So that's not good either. Anderson rifles a pass to Rivers. He missed again. Smith, top of the key three. That one drops. And Houston, all of a sudden, is up by 15 points. We have to put a really special last 6 minutes together here. Jones over to Turner. Out to Wellington. Open three. That one's good. Kyrie over Jones. The step back jumper is off the mark. Can the offense catch fire? It seems like we are. The lob up to Anderson goes, and that's the assist for Wellington. The game is back down to 10. Jalen Green, open three, and he quiets the crowd. Rivers finds Anderson below the rim. He shoots and scores. He's got 28 points right now. Kyrie a bit tired out there, but he will get down low and score regardless. Somehow, someway. Rivers with it. Finds Wellington wide open, top of the key three. But it's off. And Houston back with it, up by 13 points. Under 5 minutes to go until the game is over. Kyrie ISO against Wellington. He drives, scores plus the foul. This is unbelievable. Nobody can guard this man. I really hope that he retires because I do not want to have to face this team again next season with him on the team. Turner with the ball out to Anderson for a three. Off the mark. And Rivers gets a steal. He finds Herb Jones, and he lost it. Smith with a steal. You're kidding. We can't even score off that. Smith out to Green, wide open in the corner, and he somehow missed it. It's not looking good, folks. As we score a couple of buckets in a quick row here, which we just might because a foul is called after the dunk. That goes against Drummond, his third. And Anderson knocks down the free throw, 13-point game. You pretty much have to allow 0 points the rest of the way and score a lot to eke out a win here and force Game 7. Kyrie is fouled instead by Miles Turner. That's his fourth. They've had a lot of free throws this half. We've had one, which is the opposite of the first half. And of course, they have not missed a free throw yet in this second half. And they won't do it here either. They're 15 for 15. Anderson with the ball, almost lost it. Goes back to Turner. He pulls the trigger from deep and missed the shot. Jones is fouled on the drive attempt. That's called on Jabari Smith. Jones' first free throw up and good. And Jones goes 2 for 2. Under 3 to go. Vancouver down by 13. Kyrie against Jones. Pulls up, knocks it down. Yeah, man, I think it's over. The clock strikes 0, and Houston has officially ended our playoff run and our season. We are sent home in 6 games. 122 to 110, your final score, as we prepare for our next offseason. The Vancouver Woodsmen have been eliminated. Anderson drops 33 in the losing effort, 13 for 29 from the field. Miles Turner, 17 points, 10 boards, had 2 blocks with it as well. Wellington, 16, 5, and 6. Rivers, 16 and 11 for him. It ends up with 2 steals. Azet 12 points, though 3 for 9 from the field. Dosunmu had one of his worst days, just 2 for 10 and a 1 for 8 from deep. The Rockets had 34 and 8 from Kyrie, 29 from Jalen Green, and 23 and 10 from Jabari Smith. Their big three really stepped up here these last 2 games to drive the Rockets into the Western Conference Finals. And our year comes up short, mainly because we could not hit the open three-pointers. We shot 19% last game from the three-point line, and this time we shoot 31%. The defense also was a major concern last game, and the same thing happened here too. So, 2 things that really led to our downfall. But regardless of how we're feeling about losing this series, which we showed that we could have won. We did show that we can compete with the Rockets. We just aren't as good as they are. We are competitive with them, but not as good as they are. And that's just how it is. But regardless, this was a successful season for the Woodsmen. I did not expect us to win our first round series in 5 games, especially against a team that we really kind of split games with throughout the year with the Clippers. And we end up really controlling that series despite losing Desmond Bane as well. We also won 2 games against the 1-seed Houston Rockets. That is a positive, I think. Because as we know, our roster just was not as good as theirs. So here are some playoff stats for you. Anderson led the way with 29 points per game, 4.6 boards, 4.2 assists, 1.2 steals, 48% from the field, and he shot only 36% from deep, which is well below the mark that he made during the regular season. So he definitely did not shoot as well in the playoffs, but the defense gets better in the playoffs, so it's kind of expected. Wellington, 16.5 points per game, 6 assists, 0.9 steals, 43% from the field, and 39% from downtown. So he actually shot better from deep than Anderson did. Rivers, 15.2 and 11.5. He shot 38%, which is bad, and that definitely needs to change. He did shoot 35% from deep, which is not too bad. But yeah, he definitely did not play well on the offensive end in most of these games. Herb Jones, in 8 starts and 9 total games played, 11.6 points per game, 4.9 boards, 4.1 assists, 1.7 steals, 0.8 blocks, and he shot well too. And he shot 39% from 3. He shot better from 3 than Anderson did. Miles Turner, 11.3 and 10.9 with 2.8 blocks as well, 59% from the field, 42% from 3 on a couple of attempts per game. Dosunmu off the bench in 11 games, 11.1 points, 5.3 assists, 49% from the field, and 42% from 3. He had a really good postseason. Desmond Bane, and really two games total, played for only a few minutes in his 3rd start. 10 points per game, 2.7 boards, 4.7 assists, and he shot pretty well as well. Azet, in about 17 minutes per game, had 8.5 points, 2.4 boards, 1.5 assists, shot about 43% from the field and 32% from deep. Jalen Smith shot 43% from the field and shot 58% from downtown, and he averaged 3 points per game and 4.8 boards in 15 minutes of action. So, to end the episode, let's take one last look at the roster as of right now. You got Turner, Anderson, Herb Jones, Desmond Bane, Dosunmu, Rivers, Smith, Finney Smith, Wellington, Bruce Brown, Azet, Rich Smalls, Magnus Fredrickson, and Malachi Flynn. Now, the bulk of our core players, like Anderson, Rivers, Wellington, and Azet, I think will all improve between now and next year. Fredrickson will as well, and he might have a shot to play next year depending on how we handle the big men in terms of the draft and free agency. But I think that the bulk of our core players that we know we want to be a part of the future of this team are going to improve from now until the next season. And then with that, we also will have a new draft pick. We'll also have a couple of new signings, and we'll see how we handle potentially bringing back Miles Turner. There are still a couple of kinks on how we want to handle a couple of players returning, but I do think that we have a bright future ahead of us because this was a better playoff run than I could have possibly thought of. I did not really think that we would get out of the first round, to be honest with you, but we did, and we put up a fight against the 1-seed Rockets. And that's really all that you can ask for from the roster that we have right now. So the year is over, but it is a bittersweet moment because we know what this team can do, and we know that we have a higher potential next year as well. So let's see how the playoffs end. The Rockets, I believe, have moved on in 7 games. Kyrie wins Western Conference Finals MVP. Markelle Fultz wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP, as it's going to be a Rockets versus Pacers matchup. The Pacers take down Charlotte in 6 games as they had taken down the Magic in 7 in the second round. Houston escapes Oklahoma City with a 7-game series win. And now we have a Rockets-Pacers finals. And here is how it goes. The Pacers take it in 7 games after winning the first 2. 4-3, Markelle Fultz is your finals MVP. 19.3 points per game, 8.6 assists, 2 steals, and 53% from the field. And the Indiana Pacers, the former team of Miles Turner, are your NBA Finals champions. So that takes us to the offseason, folks. And this is where I leave you. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, and until the off-season really begins, take care and go Woodsmen.